So I shared my story of why I hated public elementary school. It was goofy and filled with invalids doing the most to be hoes, and even the teachers helped them out to be hoes, but it didn't stop there. I don't know what African juju master I pissed off, but for some reason my L's doubled when I reached middle school. Deadass middle school was tier 2 of the L taking. I didn't get any rest during that time. My Indian homie started to get distant and fake. He chose a girl over me and that wasn't cool, and eventually his bitch ass said deuces and we stopped being friends. And like 5 months later he took an L asking out this girl, and then he moved away, probably back to his home country. Everyone around me was getting taller and for some reason I stayed short, which was a massive L in itself, because niggas wouldn't let me be. Every shorty was taller than me, and that made me wish I could actually kill myself. I know there's things like late bloomers, niggas who don't hit their growth spurt till like sophomore year of high school, and over summer they end up like 7 feet. But this was 6th grade, and there was niggas that was already like 6 feet, and there was my ass being like 5'3" or some shit, and that really wasn't it. Apparently the whole ass teachers in elementary school just couldn't stand the thought of me living, so they tried to spread a lie to the middle school teachers, tell them I was a special case, and I was a problem, and that got me put in this goofy emotional health class or something, instead of having a free period like everybody else. And the teacher in that class was surprised when she realized that these elementary school teachers would try and fuck me over. She came up to me and was like, "You a mad chill Nubian?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know why I'm here." And she was like, "It looks like there was nothing wrong with you, and you didn't even try to stab nobody with a pencil or some shit. Like this was fucking prison or some bullshit." Okay, so she didn't really say that part, but like that's what I felt she was saying, especially when she told me that these bitch ass elementary school teachers were really trying to do me dirty like that. And in like a month, she had the school switch my schedule around, so I guess not all teachers are hoes. The school itself was mad whack, without even having to include the shitty teachers. We had like 3 bomb threats called on the school, and I kid you not, there was an actual dead body found in the woods close to the school. Apparently the body got murdered by his roommate, just cause he wouldn't pay the rent. And no, Logan Paul didn't film it, but that's just how retarded this white school had to be. You would wake up and get a voice message from the superintendent, saying that school would either be delayed or canceled, and then you would see your school on the news. As if the bomb threats wasn't enough to make a nigga not want to go to school, they made sure to give me the worst teachers imaginable. Even my free period teacher was ass. So after they moved me from the emotional people class and put me in a free period, I realized that free period was an L. And the thing with free period is, contrary to the name, it really wasn't a free period. It's just an assigned class you go to and sit around. And even though it'd be called free period, the teachers be like hoes and force you to do work. Even if your free period is at the beginning of the day and you don't really have any homework, you still gotta look like you busy or some shit, or else the teacher finna be a hoe and try and write you up, which blew my mind. I remember I was napping in a free period, and this teacher had the nerve to wake me, asking me why I wasn't doing any work. And that shit didn't sit well with me. There was dead ass white girl sitting in the other row, doing white girl shit, not even studying. And this bitch ass teacher had to come over and have a problem with me. And honestly, I really felt targeted by this bitch ass teacher. Like she wouldn't even let me breathe. I could walk into the class, sit at the back and go to sleep, and niggas would be wilding, throwing chairs around and shit. And somehow she would always walk up to me and start interrogating me or something, acting like I'm about to steal her shit. It got to the point where I started actively trying to skip my free period. I still do what I needed to do. Like if I had homework, I'd get it done, but I wouldn't do it in that free period because the teacher was a hoe and would always have something to say. The thing about the middle school is it's fucking built like a prison, so skipping class is a fucking chore. You really had nowhere to hide, so if you really wanted to dip out, you had like no options. You could hide in like the gym place, but it's like mad spacious and open, so if a teacher walked in, you really couldn't do the dash because those really finna catch you. You couldn't hide in the library at all, which was retarded. We had like a library, but there was dead ass no one in it. They treated the library like it was Fort Knox or something. You needed to have some sort of security clearance just to be in it, and you couldn't even step out of the school. Apparently they had alarms on the doors or something, so if you push them doors open, a silent alarm finna go off and the whole office finna know, which was some bullshit. So all you could do was walk around the place, and if you see a teacher coming, you need to dip into the bathroom or lie and say you're doing a job for a teacher. And every time you get caught skipping, they send you down to the office to collect your week's worth of detention, like you was a criminal or something. And it was always only the black kids in the office. You wouldn't find any white kid in there, even though the white kids be the ones that be doing the most. Like the white kids in the middle school really thought this was the hood, just because they had black people around in the school, which is one of the bigger problems with going to a school in the suburbs. Naturally, because these asshole teachers wanted to treat me like shit, I ended up doing the most to make their lives ass. It was me and my new group of friends. We really did the most. I made a new Indian nigga friend, a new Egyptian nigga, and some Brazilian niggas, so that was the whole new squad. I didn't hang around with the black kids. I'ma be for real. I was mad prejudicial, and I felt like they were retards, in my humble opinion. And that was just because I didn't know them that well, but I felt like they really weren't up to standard. Plus, we had nothing in common. That's one of the things I didn't get about white people at that school. They always assumed that black people just naturally went together. But anyways, back to doing the most. If you were in lunch and you didn't want to be in lunch, you could just dip out as long as you didn't get caught. So we'd say we'd go into the bathroom and we would stay there for like 10 minutes. And if the guards weren't on patrol, we would run to the library. But most of the time we just stayed in the bathroom. And that's where we did the most. I saw this Brazilian nigga take a shit in the urinal. Now currently, I personally don't condone of such behavior, because when I go to take a piss, I don't like the smell of hot shit flying into my nose. But this was a bummy middle school, so I approved. We even made sure to piss on the floors and the walls. Just retarded people vandalism. Of course, someone had to be the lookout, and that was always me, because I wasn't about to take a shit for people to see or go out of my way to piss on a wall. One time we almost got caught because some retarded kid wanted to start something, so he forced the bathroom door all the way open, but we ran out before getting caught. But then we had to stop being retarded, or else we'd be blamed for all the other shit that goes in the bathroom, like Like there was a fat nut stain on the drywall. Until the day we left, no one knows who fucking nutted there. The library was the only cool place in the school, and somehow I got banned from it because we were pranking the teachers in there because the teachers' lounge was really close to the library. So we'd throw stink bombs in there and hide in the library pretending to do schoolwork until one day we got busted, and somehow I got the longest ban from it while them niggas got off with like 1 week ban. I couldn't show up to the library for like 3 weeks, which is fucking whack, and it just shows how fucked up the criminal justice system is for black people. The only thing that made me like the school library was that it had manga in there. I actually got introduced to Death Note because of the fucking manga in the library, and eventually I got into the Death Note anime. So I always wanted to be at the library because I wanted to pick up some new shit. The actual classes were whack as well. The only classes I actually liked was like my 7th grade history class, my 7th grade English class, and 8th grade English. The other classes can suck ass, especially science and math. Those teachers did the most to make me feel like I was a slow one. I don't know why, but those teachers made it their job to be the biggest haters and did the most to try and snitch, but they couldn't get any dirt on me, so they just graded my shit unfairly. The best teachers by far were the foreign language teachers. I fucking loved them. I took Spanish because a nigga wanted to talk to chicas, and the Spanish teachers were mad cool and helped out. When I was in 6th grade, my locker was right next to the Spanish classrooms. One of the Spanish teachers became mad cool with me, so God bless her and let her keep living long. One of the things that got me really tight was the standardized testing. At first I hated them, but now that I'm going to college and I got mad scholarships for doing decent in them, I'm mad cool with them now. Thing is, your nigga ain't stupid. I'm like Shikamaru when it comes to school. I'm just mad lazy. If I don't see the benefits of something, I don't put in the effort to answer the questions properly or even bother with the homework. And my favorite teachers were the ones who actually understood that aspect of my character, so they always did the best when it came to fucking teaching me concepts and making the class more interesting. If a teacher starts slipping in their lesson plans, then why should I put in the effort when we can both be mediocre together? I wasn't a disrespectful kid. I just didn't take these teachers seriously. I'd be drawing anime in class time. Mad people would be calling me dumb for not doing the work, but now they flunking out of high school with like a 1.5 GPA. So that goes to show you it's all about motivation. If you don't feel motivated by your teacher, your work levels will be low and you won't be able to go plus ultra. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. I have a part 2 lined up somewhere. If you're a real one, hit the subscribe button, tap the like button and share it. Deuces, and stay crispy, my nigga. But more importantly,